Good morning, everybody. Bob Goshen, Houston, Texas. It's a cold morning here in Houston. Got my warm cup of coffee here as I visit with you. You know, I've had the opportunity to travel around the world now. Somebody told me like the equivalent of 165 times. That's like 4 million air miles. If I haven't been in that particular country, I will assure you I've flown over it. I have shared from coliseums. I've shared one-on-one, talking about leadership and principles in life that will advance you. And if there's any time in life that I've seen that more people kind of need to have a better grip on these principles, it's right now around the world. So over the next several weeks and months, I'm going to be coming online and I'm going to be sharing with you 41 years of knowledge, 41 years of what I have seen, what I've taught, and it's not something I've done in the past. I'm out there right now doing it every day, working with people, teaching people, whether it's CEOs of lending institutions or top producers in a company. So I really believe this series is going to help you, or I wouldn't be taking the time to do it. You know, somebody asked me the other night, what are some of the major reasons that you see why people just don't make it? And my goodness, you ask any leadership person that question, you're going to get all different answers, and none of them are wrong. But I would like to just kind of lay out a few, if I can, maybe 5, okay? Things that I've seen where I've seen people not make it and had the ability to make it. And I think that's what we need to really focus on. Whether you're a single mother, whether you're someone thinking about starting a business, whether you're in a business right now and it's just not working the way that you want it to work, you might be a new pastor, you might be some civic leader, and you just can't seem to get that confidence needed in order to really start developing. Well, I think number one of the challenges that I see that people have is that they believe other people are greater than they. They really get into a comparison contest. What they'll do, they'll start looking at other people and say, I can't do that because that person speaks better, that person is thinner, that person has got better clothes, that person on and on and on and on. And I've seen this over and over, this comparison contest, to the point that people just kind of cocoon themselves and say, there's no way I can do this. I'm just not capable of doing this. And you've got to break that cocoon. You've got to take an axe and open it up and say, yes, I can do this. I do have the possibility of doing this. And you've got to stop comparing yourself. You're unique. You have been given a very unique set of skills yourself. And you need to find what those skills are and refine them. 2, I find that number of people just don't have an intentional learning program. Intentional learning. Guys, we go to high school, and anymore in high school, they're just not getting the knowledge I believe they need. In college, you know, I'm just going to be open with you. Sometimes I'm wondering why there is college, because some of the things that they teach just are not preparing young men and women to go out here and rent an apartment, buy a car, or figure out a budget. I mean, it's just the simple things in life. They're teaching them how to study for a test, but the question is, life, or should I say, life is not a test. Life is the real deal, Lucille. So when I talk about this intentional learning, when you step out, you need to go find the books that's going to resonate with you. Now, you can read all sorts of books. My goodness, you know, there's a lot of motivational books. There's a lot of books on self-help. I've written now 7 books. My 8th is coming out here at the end of this year, which is going to be a fantastic book because, again, it's from what I'm doing now every day and seeing what needs to be done in getting an organization with one voice, one vision, going one direction, an organization. But you can't do that unless you read. You know, I've got, you can see the library behind me, there's a bigger library in front of me. And I'm a reader, but I read biographies, or I read from people that have done something. And you know, I tried to go to college. I was always bored in college. Couldn't connect there. Only went there long enough to play a little football. And then I started saying, what else is there? And you start reading books. So I'm going to encourage you to be an intentional learner. Don't just accidentally think you're going to get through life. Get up every morning and try to find something that will feed you spiritually. And then throughout the day, find something that will feed you mentally. It's something that has to be done, I believe, if you're going to move forward in life. Number 3 is being careful on who you're allowing in your inner circle. Listen, guys, life is rough enough sometimes just going through it. But if you have people inside your camp that are negative, that are, I call them firefighters instead of firelighters, people that are trying to dampen your dream, people that are talking down to you, people that are negative, people that are always saying things that you know is not right. And just, you know, you've been there, we've all been there, it's just a negative environment. Get away from it. Get away from it. You cannot grow and try to be creative if you're always managing fires. Huh? In other words, if we're always trying to put out a fire over here, if we always got these things in our camp, we've lost our creative juices. And those that win in life and those that are moving forward, they move forward from the position of being creative, not falling over in that position of management and, you know, how do I repair this or repair that. 4, so many people wait for the special time. Boy, I'm telling you, when I do this, when I get married, when I you know, find another mate, when I learn how to speak, when I buy the right clothes, when I find the right car, when. Everybody's waiting for the right time. I started very young in life. You know, I think about my journey in life. And I was telling somebody the other day, I started working in the 6th grade. I was the assistant to the janitor. Can you believe that? So, but I'd meet every Friday night, man, and I'd pick up the chairs, I'd mop the floors and all that for 50 cents. Whoa. But, you know, you've got to be able to understand that you can't wait. You just can't wait in life. You've got to start getting better. You've got to start refining your skills. You have to start getting with the people that's going to feed your dreams. And those that wait lose. So step out. Get away from this situation of, well, I don't think I can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Stay plugged into me and you're going to know you can. And 5, staying humble. I cannot tell you over the years how many people have taken off and man, they've done well. I've done well. I mean, I was thinking last night of young men that were in their young 30s and some in their late 20s that became multi-millionaires. And Kay and I had the opportunity to be around that special group of people. And they were right on track until they got to a position that they were no longer humble. They no longer were really identifying with people. Now, I'm going to tell you that in my life, if you don't remain humble, God will humble you. Okay? So being humble as you move through the process in life is so vitally important. So I hope that this little leadership for life is a good start for your day today. I'll be again coming in the future and giving you input and ideas and thoughts and everything from marriage to whatever the case may be. So until I get back with you, you have a great day. And you know, we've been given a commission that we are to take dominion over everything. So I'm going to ask you today to take dominion over your life. Take dominion. Take control of that life that you have. You control that direction, or someone else will.